Hey guys, Blast from the Past is over, and per your advice, I decided to run a Scion. I ran a very basic bitch Scion, a Cyclone Scion. Got these like 2C gloves that I bought. You know, it's all about attributes and res, and I slammed the Eldritch modifiers myself. Got this belt for probably 2 to 5C, life and res. Got boots for movement speed, attributes and res. That's what it was all about, stacking. Bought this 6-link pretty early on, like day 3. When I basically was, you know, going into mapping, getting toward yellow maps. Something that fell out of a Val side area, or something that fell out of a Val temple. In Presence, the amulet is very nice because it gives us vulnerability for free, so we don't have to worry about vulnerability on hit. Got Alpha's Howl, which gives us freeze immunity, and an ability to run the 3 auras. Basically just Ice Golem, Cyclone, Berserk, because we use this combination. Brutality, we're running Pure Fizz. Nothing Awakened, of course. Probably 35 to 40C build. Rage support combined with, over here, Rage on our axes. Right here. No Cluster Jewel at all. Just basic tree. Incredibly cheap build. Got us to red maps. Juggernaut, Saboteur, Cyclone, Scion. One of the cheapest setups you can do. Would I call it a build or advise it in any serious league? No, but for a 7-day league, a little short league, it works. Now here's the weapon. Self-crafted, because buying these was not worth the 40 to 50C. Very hard to get in a short 7-day league. I work full-time, you know. You can see really what we're just going for is adds fizz and attack speed. And then I bench crafted on the Veiled modifier that I got from a June mission. Now one way to do this is to use Deafening Essences of Contempt to guarantee the added fizz. And so I wanted to try it here just to kind of show that it can happen. You're just rolling for attack speed. Now, this is not how I made mine. What I did with mine was I alteration spammed for, in fact, tier 1 adds fizz, bench crafted on the percent fizz, and then I actually exalted on the attack speed, which was kind of lucky. There's a third way, which is probably the best way if you're in like a solo self-found setup, and that's to go in here and just reforge speed. You're pretty much guaranteeing attack speed, hoping you hit a decent one, tier 1 or tier 2, maybe tier 3. Rolling for added fizz. However, you'll see here, as I rolled, I got this, and this you would take as well, because it's a decent attribute. You don't want the cold and fire, but that's okay, you just annul it off, because it's a cheap thing. We're not doing any meta crafting where we're spending divines. Very nice for, like, yellow maps, solo self-found. Especially like a 1-week league. Unless you're, like, you know, trying to hit the leaderboards, but I never could. In this case, I would just bench craft on that. Not perfect, very similar to the other axe. One way to do it, and how I did it. Can't get in at Ziri's disfavor to farm Uber Ziri for that. Not gonna happen in a 7-day league. I found this Kirex memory when the league was still going on, where it has this tons of harbingers, and it's kind of showing how the build felt. It's a decent setup. Again, I keep calling it a build, but it's really not a build. I would not recommend this. I'm not posting the POE. There are significantly better setups. That's what it's like to pop Sentinel. That was popping my Stalker Sentinel. On this one, I popped my Pandemonium Sentinel. And given that it was a red map, and given that it was a shit setup, all in all, you can see the life is significantly under the 4K that you want. The Pandemonium Sentinel was problematic, even though I had my reses capped. Still got one-shotted. But it works for a very short league. It was enough to farm and mess around, and just see how I would enjoy the Sentinels mixed with the lakes. Mixed with the Kalandra lakes. And so, look at this. Remember I ran a Reflection of Paradise earlier. Difficulty 6. Got a difficulty 11. Got it made right at the end. We're going to run this. I'm going to show what happened. This was an eye level 82 area too. Equivalent to a tier 15. And so, this is the best, the absolute best way to get experience in the game. Is Reflection of Paradises, especially like this one. Now, knowing my setup was way less than optimized, I just decided I'm going to run straight to the Paradise tile. Alright, we're almost there. Here we go. And let's see how this goes. Let's just watch it and see how it goes and see what the experience is like at level 85.
but a moment's respite?
And we got killed afterward, which was fine. Like I say, nothing beats this. Here's the tiers when it comes to best ways to get experience in the game. Now, through this 7-day event, I didn't get a whole lot, but I did get these 3 weapon recombinators, 1 jewelry recombinator to mess around with in standard.